this section, we will talk about crime. Angry woman spat at a KFC worker in. Woman's body with backpack found, 3.25 million yen. Loan sharks and food delivery. And lender strips down house. Stay with me and let's get into it. Okay, we are moving into the crime section. So we're going to cover our 4 crime stories of the day. The first one took place at KFC in Singapore. Kentucky Fried Chicken, or as in this case, spittin' good chicken. In this case, an angry woman spat at a KFC worker in Next shopping mall, and the police are investigating. Now, I actually viewed this video a few hours ago. I probably should have recorded it, but they have taken it down since. But we'll read the article anyway, and basically what will happen, that is a woman in yellow in Chinese is arguing with the KFC worker, and she gets aggravated, and she's like, there's a full-on loogie or big spit in the girl's face. And then she walks away. Well, let's read here. Singapore, a woman who spat at the staff member at a KFC outlet could face charges of creating a public nuisance. Nuisance is public problem. The incident of Next shopping mall on Wednesday, April 22nd, was captured in a video that has since gone viral and has led the police to investigate. The woman dressed in a yellow checked top can be seen with a lowered face mask and heard spitting at the mask of the employees across the counter before storming off. Storming means kind of like angry, walk away. It is not clear what sparked the altercation. A KFC spokesperson told the Straits Times that the outlet had been sanitized after the incident and that the employee is off duty and resting. Well, that's nice. At KFC, we take our safety of our staff and customers seriously, he said. And again, they took the video down. Other cases of service staff being abused have been emerging amid the pandemic. Okay, so my question for you, what do you think of that? And furthermore, what is either the worst thing you have done to a customer service rep, or if you were the employee of the company, what is the worst thing that a customer has done to you? One time, I went into this nice restaurant with a girlfriend, like way back in the day, and the waiter was talking to another, and he was full on. They were talking about my girlfriend being fat, so we got insulted and left. Eventually, they gave me $200 in gift cards because I wrote a letter to the corporation. So that's my example. Please share your example with me below. Okay, now this was a good one. This one comes from Japan. Woman's body with backpack containing 3.25 million in rocks found in river. So yen is quite high. That's like 3 million. Yeah, because like usually like 80,000 yen is 80 US dollars. So you take away 2 zeros. So that's going to be like $30,000 or something. Okay. So a man who was windsurfing on the Yodo River in Satoko City, Osaka Prefecture, found the body of a woman floating in the water on Tuesday afternoon. According to the police, the man spotted the woman, who was wearing a backpack, at around 2:35 p.m., about 12 meters from the riverbank. Now, the backpack contains several envelopes filled with 3.25 million yen in cash. There also was 2 small rocks that weighed about 1 kilogram each. Police said that the woman had no visible injuries or signs of violence on her body. She was wearing a black jacket, black pants, and sneakers. Police said that an autopsy is when the doctor says, "How did you die?" will be held to determine the cause of death. So my question for you was this. Well, two questions. One, we know there's a lockdown. Maybe this is an excuse to tell your government we must go out so we can see strange and weird things. Because if this guy was not there, this woman could have floated to Korea. Okay, but the bigger question for you, what should happen with the money? Okay, so you found this dead person. Do you pocket the money but report it? Do the police give it to you just for being a good Samaritan? Or do the police keep it? What do you think? What should be done with that all the money found? I think in America, what happens, the police say it's evidence and then they keep it and they buy things with it. But as a good Samaritan, should you get part of that or should you just take in that? So that's my question for you. Please leave your comments below. And what would you use like that insane amount of money on? What would you buy? Like a house, a yacht? Okay, so we're going to move on. The third crime article of the day. Now this one's interesting. Okay, because you guys know about Grubhub, and all these apps that are delivering foods, right? So in America, we have this thing where you cannot be thrown in jail if you owe money. And you also can declare bankruptcy if you owe money. But most countries do not have that. So you can be killed or lose everything or be seriously injured. So in this case, loan sharks in Singapore using food delivery service to harass debtors, police warned. So that's why I thought this was interesting. Okay, so let's go. Unlicensed money launderers have increasingly been making use of food delivery services to harness debtors, the Singapore police force said in the advisory on Wednesday, the 22nd. The unlicensed money laundering would order large quantities of food or make multiple orders on the same day and arrange for the food to be delivered to the debtor's home, often late at night, police said, adding that the food was sometimes delivered to debtors' relatives. The food deliveryman would then request payment from the debtors or the recipient of the food items. As part of the circuit breaker measures implementation to limit the spread of the virus, restaurants and eateries have been forced to halt their line-in services, with many relying on food delivery service to continue their operations. Due to the latest loan shark harassment tactic, many food and beverage operators using food delivery services have suffered losses, police said, during the investigations are ongoing. The police have zero tolerance for loan sharks harassment activities, they said. Those who deliberately cause an annoyance and disruptions to public sense of safety, peace, and security will be arrested and dealt with severely according to the law. I actually believe it after seeing some of the things. So how would you feel, maybe your son or your daughter, they owe somebody big money, credit card or student loan, and somebody orders, I don't know, like a wedding banquet worth of food to your house. And then they show up and, hey, you owe us all this money. But anyway, and have you ever owed people money? How do you feel? Did you ever pay it back? Like, I don't talk about company money, but like, have you had a brother, a sister, or a friend? Did you borrow money from them? And did you pay it back? And how did it feel when somebody helped you in the time of need? Please leave your comments below. Like, comment, or subscribe. And we have one more crime article today. Okay. The lender strips down the house. Okay, this one actually took takes place in Thailand. A creditor in Nong Bong Lapore stripped the lumber from a debtor's house on Thursday to recoup an overdue payment. On Samuel Sopka, 40, said her house was torn down by an 8-man crew led by a 60-year-old woman identified as Toon, a relative lumber used to build a home in Nong Song district. Mrs. Sombre said she had borrowed 50,000 baht with a 7% interest in 2014 and paid some of the debt off before running low on finances. She later managed to pay off 40,000 baht of the baht. On Wednesday, she and her husband visited another village, and upon returning home, they found their house post, only the house post left. Miss Toon and her crew had hauled off the rest. How would you feel? Miss Toon and her accomplices had since been told to report to the police. So how would you feel, or how have you felt when, you come home and either A, you were robbed, or maybe, you came home and there was a hurricane or an earthquake or fire or somebody broke into your house? How did you feel, or how would you feel if you came home and your house was gone? Please leave your comments below. Like, comment, or subscribe. And that is it for our crime for today. Hi. The small clip you saw was brought to you by Loyal World News. If you like what you saw, you should subscribe and look up my daily Loyal World News report for its full version. If you don't want to watch it on YouTube, prefer to be on the road, I also have a podcast in every full-length video I put up.